Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Indian Law Made Easy. So, regarding this topic, today I am going to discuss about the Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act 1956. So, today I am going to just start about this act, means what are the provisions relating to this act. Today I will discuss little bit, and my next video I will discuss another thing. So, first of all, we have to know if one wants to adopt, then what are the requisite conditions for a valid adoption. This has been discussed under section 6 of the Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act. Under section 6, it is written that first of all, the capacity. Capacity here says that both the persons adopting and the persons giving in adoption must have the capacity. Means if you are adopting a child, you must if you are adopting a child, you also have the capacity, and the person who has been given for adoption and the person who is given in adoption, means the person who is giving for adoption, that person should also has the capacity. What are those capacity? That will be discussed under section 7 and 8 in this video. Next is capability. That is, the person who is adopted must be capable of being adopted. Readoption is not done under this Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act. Suppose A and B have adopted child C. Now again, if X and Y want to adopt that C, it will not happen under this act, because under this act it is strictly prohibited. And the third condition is that there are certain other conditions which are mentioned, which we will read under section 11 of this act in my next videos, where we will see that what are the different conditions which says about the valid adoption. There are many other conditions also. So if we go to the next slide, we can see that here it is written that what are the capacity of a male Hindu to take in adoption. Okay, so what are the capacity? The capacity of a male Hindu to take the child in adoption, it is discussed under section 7 of the Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act. So if any male Hindu wants to adopt any child, that person must be sound mind, mature, and but he has certain then he has the capacity to adopt the child. But there is certain limitation in this regard. For in this regard, consent of the wife is very much mandatory if the person is a married man. So if the person who is adopting the child, he is a married person, then he needs the consent of his wife. Okay, but there is always a but in the law, as I have said in my previous videos also, that if the wife has renounced the world completely, okay, suppose if the wife has renounced the world, if the wife has become a nun, so in those cases her consent is not required. Or if she ceased to be a Hindu, because as we can see that this is Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act, then if she is not Hindu, then there is no case of adoption. And another thing is that if the court has declared her unsound mind, then also there is no question of consent in this regard. Next is section 8, which says that as a male Hindu has the capacity to take the child in adoption, similarly a female Hindu also has capacity to take the child in adoption. Under section 8, it is said that any female Hindu of sound mind, mature, and if she must not be married, or if she is married also, her marriage must have been dissolved, or widow, or if the court has declared her husband as unsound mind, then also she has the capacity to adopt. So she must be sound mind, major. That those are the major criteria as we have studied in the earlier laws also. And another thing is that she must, if she is married, then she can't take the child in adoption. A married person, if wants to adopt a child, he needs consent of his wife. While if a married woman wants to adopt a child, he can't take even with the consent of his husband. Okay, means the husband has to approach and then consent of the wife is required. But if she is unmarried, as we all know that in case of Susmita Sen also, she adopted child. So in those cases, an unmarried woman, or if the marriage has been dissolved, or a widow, or if the husband has been declared unsound mind by a court of competent jurisdiction, then she has the capacity to adopt. So for I hope you have understood my this thing. So for this Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act, if you have any doubt, then please put your doubt in the comment box. I will definitely answer. And if you like my video, please like it, share it and subscribe my channel. Thank you.